So boom, you're on your deathbed and your life is flashing before your eyes. You're going through down memory lane trying to remember all the good in your life, right? You've had 5 husbands. Which one of the 5 was your soulmate? Wrong. The answer is number 3. It's number 3. Number 1, you marry relatively young, mid 20s to late 20s, and you think that he's your soulmate. You finally find your husband. Your entire life is complete. You found your man. Boom. End of story. Happily ever after. You're going to have kids together and you're going to live happily ever after. And what you will come to realize throughout that marriage is that you married him because it was the thing that you were supposed to do. Because marriage was a checkbox that you had to check off your list, right? And you were around that age. All the rest of your friends were also getting married too. Everyone was posting their rings. Everyone was having big weddings. And you were like, when will it be my turn? So then you found a guy who was really I didn't like when you really look at him, just okay. Like your relationship actually wasn't that special. He was just a guy, but you married him because that's what you felt like you had to do. And it's much too late in the marriage by the time that you realize that. Okay, marriage number 2 is about practicality. Marriage number 2, you and husband number 2 are the most compatible that you'll ever be, like the most right on paper that you will be with any other partner that you've ever had, right? Because going through divorce is so hard. I can imagine it's the hardest the first time that you go through it, right? Because when you get married, especially young, you're optimistic, you think it's gonna last forever. So when it doesn't last forever, your entire world is shattered, right? So now everything that you hated about your first husband, you are gonna find someone who's so practical, who makes so much sense, and that's the person you're going to marry. This marriage will be your healthiest marriage because you've been married before, and now you understand that outside of the glitz and the glamour of, oh my God, we're married, oh my God, I'm a missus, you understand what the reality of making a marriage work is like, what a marriage is like in real life, day to day. So now when you make a choice to go into it a second time, you are making a choice using this up here, right? You have a full knowledge of everything, and you're only going to do it if it makes sense. This marriage is practical. It is peaceful. You guys hardly ever have arguments, right? Like you are 2 people who are very similar, very alike. You like the same kind of people. You like to do the same activities. You get along really, really well. It's more of a friendship than it is anything else. And by the time that you realize that, it will be that you wake up one day and you're like, oh my God, I'm not old enough to settle for just this, right? Like I miss having amazing sex. And like, you're not having amazing sex with husband number 2. You're not, right? And you're like, oh my God, I forgot what it's like to feel something, like that divorce scarred me so badly that I just went out in the world and searched for a safe place. And this current husband is in fact a safe place, but I feel like I'm suffocating from the boredom. Then you get divorced another time, and this time you'll be the person initiating the divorce, right? And you will feel sad about it, and it'll be a hard choice because he's a perfectly good guy and you shouldn't leave him. But it's like you want more of life than just perfectly good. And you feel really bad, but he's a nice guy, so the divorce is kind of easy. It's over and done with very quickly. And then you decide to do a eat, pray, love journey, and boom, insert husband number 3. He is nothing like any guy you've ever dated. Ever, 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 ever. If you would have described husband number 3 to 20-year-old you, 20-year-old you would have been like, I hate this guy. Like, I hate him. It's exciting and it's fun, and there's like this energy between the 2 of you, and like you make 0 sense together, but you love each other in this really raw and like honest way. You are in your early 40s now, and he makes you feel young, and he makes you feel brave, and he makes you feel like you can change career paths if you want. You can move across the world if you want. You could sell your house and just spend the entire time like traveling. You can do whatever you want, right? Like your best years are in fact not behind you, and all of a sudden you have like the second wind. Like you feel like you can live again, right? You feel young again. You're suddenly reminded that you have so much more life to live. The reason why husband number 3 is the love of your life is because you've done marriage twice already, and after your second divorce you were like, you know what, I think marriage is just not for me. Like I just think I'm a person who's not meant to be married, right? And you're like, I'm just gonna date people casually and that's just gonna be the end of it. Or maybe I'll have a boyfriend, but that'll be the end of it, right? And husband number 3 sweeps you off your feet and changes your life in such a dramatic way that when he proposes marriage on a whim, it won't be some big difference. It'll be on a random day you guys at the grocery store and he's like, we should get married. And without even thinking about it, you just blurt out yes, because that's how much you love him. And as romantic as it'll be, this marriage will end in divorce as well for, I don't know, any reason. Probably because you're in your 40s now and he wants kids. And now, again, third marriage, and you're like, yeah, I haven't had kids this far. I don't think that kids make sense to me anymore. Like, I want to focus on this new career that I'm starting. Or you want to settle down, you want to buy a house, you want to live in the same neighborhood, and you want to know your neighbors' names, and he doesn't want to stop traveling. He doesn't want to stop having a ball. He doesn't want to stop traveling for work and like prioritizing his career. You 2 really, really love each other, but you guys are never metaphorically in the same place at the same time, and it becomes something that you cannot deny any longer. And this divorce breaks you. You thought the first divorce was bad? No. This one, because you were actually madly in love, because he was actually your soulmate, because you actually wanted to be with him for the rest of your life, this fucking hurts. And then you're remarried to husband number 4 in less than 6 months. Less than 6 months. You barely even know husband number 4 before you married him. You felt shitty and you were being impulsive and you're like, I have to make myself feel better. Especially because from what you're seeing from a distance, it's like husband number 3 moved on, didn't give a fuck about you. It wasn't that big of a deal to him. He was like, oh, whatever, we're divorced, whatever, moved on with his life. So then you want to do the same exact thing. So you marry husband number 4, literally have known him like less than 6 months after your divorce is finalized. And that marriage is like a 72-day marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like that marriage lasts a quick little second. Like you just wake up one night and it's like, who the fuck is this stranger in my fucking house? What the fuck? And you divorce him. And one day, like 9 months after your original divorce, you wake up one day out of your grief fog and you wipe your glasses and you look around and you're like, who is this man in my house? Like, what is this? Like, get the fuck out. And then finally, it's husband number 5 that happens much later in life. You're in like your late 50s when it happens. You say no at first. He continues to ask. He's not somebody you're madly in love with, but you do enjoy spending time with him, right? Like he's nice enough. It's nice enough to have the company. It's nice enough to have someone call in the middle of the night. It's nice enough to have somebody to hold hands with at the movies. You're like, I like him enough. He's very traditional. He's insisting on getting married, even though you tell him, hey, I've been married 4 times. It has not worked for me. I don't see the point in doing it a 5th. He insists. It'll make him really happy. You don't give a fuck. You don't have any fight left in you at this point. You're like, sure, whatever. Let's go down to the courthouse. Let's get married. You get married, the marriage ends kind of just like the rest of them, except for this time you guys don't even bother getting divorced because you never even really, you were always legally married, but you all always kept your 2 separate lives. Like you never even moved in together. So now before you know it's your longest lasting marriage, you've been together like 15 years. People are like, how's your husband? And in your mind, you're like, I haven't seen my husband in like 4 months. I don't know where that man is. Because you just can't be bothered to get divorced anymore. You're just like, I just don't care. So anyways, shout out to husband number 3.